I've got to
Where's Sarbank? Not Sarbank.
switch.
Fyodor.
What was the word you said?
What? I said I need to switch. I need to switch it. I need to switch the window. Sorry. But yeah, I said switch really weird, I think. Maybe.
I mean,
You mean me?
Fyodor is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I said Zarbank, which is one of my players in my campaign.
Well, only you
Oh,
will know where they are.
okay.
Then.
Exactly. Yeah, you're
Say
you're both
it
barbarians.
sounds very different
It's like
from
Zarkra
Fyodor.
Yeah,
and something else. It's closer to Zarkra than it is to Fyodor, honestly.
it is. Yeah. No, that's Kenny's barbarian. So I'm like, I've been saying Zarbank all day. Usually they so they were trying to break into this clinic in the mountain, and they had these two goblins that had this like blowtorch and were trying to burn a hole in the wall with like a plasma cutter kind of thing. And Kenny was like, I'm gonna run at the wall and break through it. And I was like, they're actively shooting it with fire, and he's like, I understand. And so they burst through, shooting molten rock into the clinic, lighting everything on fire inside of it, including all of the medical herbs. And so when they came in to investigate, they just both got ethered.
That's amazing and
Damn.
very on brand for everything.
I've just leaned into the chaos, honestly.
Zarbank sounds like if Brack and Zorak had their names anagrammed together.
It's not inaccurate. If you then added Space Ghost's like wicked strength, that would be Zarbank.
So Kenny's just the barbarian version of the entire.
He's a
Cast.
barbarian, yeah.
The entire cast of
He's,
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
He's Path of the Zealot, and we decided that the thing that he believes in so fervently is himself.
That's amazing.
Like he's
Honestly,
just gonna, he just
good.
knows he's gonna do such a good job killing this thing that it gives him radiant damage.
I love that. I love that for him.
I love them. They're great characters.
I would say, could you imagine if the brothers could turn their belief in their own abilities into power?
Their own self.
Oh my god.
They would reach a singularity immediately.
Yeah, they would both collapse into two black holes and then orbit each other.
Oh my god.
Can they hear us? Can they see us?
Yes.
Are we all-
waiting for us to stop
Great.
talking?
No, we're listening because this
Sorry.
is hilarious and awesome. No, it's fine. It's all good.
Oh, mighty
Remember to-
DM, do we need to do a recap?
God,
Yes, please.
Yes, you need to do a recap. Also, Duga is not on the initiative.
Okay.
I gotta fix it. I think I
Whoa.
Oh, that's right. We all rolled.
What
hot
was
trash garbage.
that?
What was what?
Cora just like snapped at Nikki. What was that?
Oh.
There we go. I fixed it.
I'm keeping my parents' dog, and she is being an absolute nervous wreck. She's like freaking out for some reason. I think it's because they moved, and she's been living in that one house her whole life, and then they moved, and now she's like, everything new is all of a sudden very worrisome to her. And they're gone on a cruise, so she's here at my house, and
My parents are also
She
on a
hates
cruise.
it.
You know
Ooh.
what? Mine
Wild.
too.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, we're not gonna explain that. Just keep going.
I don't think you need to explain it. We look fucking identical at this
I
point.
say we have the same face.
We have the same
but
face.
nobody can see the face right now.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Well, our characters have the same face too.
That's true. Your brother's in that one too. Oh god,
Yeah.
that's great.
Oh,
We're
man.
brothers in real life.
Those aren't drawings. Those are actually our faces.
Yes.
So.
I actually do have a terrible underbite and a nose ring and no.
And one blind eye.
Yeah.
Mine are piercing red with cat slits.
Also, yeah, I do have red skin and ears 4 inches long.
God.
I have wicked sideburns.
You could if you wanted to.
Good. I really don't want to. Anyways, recap. We're in the forest of nightmares and death. Everything wants to kill us and our friends and pets. It most recently killed our pet Bread, our pet Twink.
I did.
Um,
I did. I put him in a tree.
He
Yeah,
turned
we-
into, and then he became the tree.
He became the tree. We can't tell if he was just in pain when he became a tree and then stopped, or if he's still in pain as a tree. But now his ghost dad wants to kill us because we touched the tree. Did I get that right?
Well, he hasn't. The ghost has not threatened you guys.
But you did have us roll initiative.
You
He
guys
did
wanted to fight. You guys asked to. You were like, "We're gonna fight him now," so we rolled
didn't say-
initiative.
Who wanted to
Fyodor.
I
fight?
may have said that. I may have.
You
Okay,
said
did.
that.
Fyodor. Okay, excellent. Cool.
Yeah,
Fyodor.
you-
I will leave that to Fyodor then, as long as
Speaking
the ghost
of-
has not threatened us.
Fyodor,
the
where
ghost
is
also-
Fyodor? Like, I see.
Yeah,
Is he not-
¿Dónde está Fyodor?
I can see him on my screen.
I
Are
don't.
you?
Maybe
where are
you're
you in
too
relation to
far.
Lilia?
Yeah, maybe you're too far
Well,
away
the
from
game's
my
paused.
token.
I can't. I'm literally in between Duca and Lilia. In like,
Zarkra is also there.
that's why I'm under
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Zarkra. If
now.
y'all can't see me, I am under Zarkra.
There we go.
Also, the ghost
I can
said
move
that
to the side. 'cause
Bread's
Zarkra was
human
next to Bread.
blood is causing problems.
I can move there if Zarkra wants, because Zarkra was next to Bread.
Yeah, Zarkro was actively trying to
So-
help Red when this going on.
Yep, trying to.
Well,
pull
it's a
him
good
free.
thing I rolled very low on the initiative, so we can see what the ghost does before I try to swing on him.
Are we ready to rock and roll?
God,
Indeed.
maybe.
Alrighty. Yeah. I never know how to start. It's always awkward. That's fine. Yeah, you guys have, in a sense, regained your bearings as this tree has sprouted up. The face and top part of Bread still kind of peering out of it, almost as if he's like a carving of Bread and the crucifixion sticking out of this tree.
Like a
As-
Han and Carbonite kind of situation.
Yeah, kind of. But tree.
Gotcha.
And as it comes to a stop and you see this full-fledged tree in full, like, it is in full bloom and full growth with that distorted, like, almost wailing face now kind of frozen, and you do hear that kind of ghostly voice. Just the human blood makes that more difficult. And he starts to just leave at that. He doesn't disappear, but he seems like at this point he almost seems disinterested in you and turns around and starts to just kind of go off.
Walk right off.
Yeah, he's like, nope, all right. That's where it needs to be.
Nah.
Well,
And we're in
Fuck.
initiative order.
I mean, if that's just me yelling,
have
we don't
not
have to be in initiative, but
There has been no combat started. We have rolled initiative preemptively in case you guys do start like any kind of aggressive act. It will start initiative. But as of right this second, no.
And then-
Lelia. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
I was just, you said before, I think at the end of last one you said, I could still sense like Bread's magic or Bread's essence, like in the trees around us, or in the tree specifically, or
Yeah, in the tree itself, you can still feel that very similar magic that
In this
was
one tree.
Bread's. Yeah, intertwined with that like overpoweringly celestial feel, but it is mixed in there.
okay.
Lelia, like, she kind of reaches a hand towards Bread, like, and then she's like, "Oh my god!" And then she like looks at Zarkra and she's like, "Did Was that wrong? Did I mess up? I don't know. What did we just do?
We need to focus right now on undoing it.
It looks permanent. She turns to the ghost guy.
Then
She's
why
like,
don't we ask the one
yeah.
person who knows what's going on?
She turns to the ghost guy and she's like, is this permanent? Is Brad dead? She's like motioning towards
Or
Brad.
will there be a Bread Dead redemption?
Dare you?
I kill Zarkra.
Brad dead. Yes.
I kill everyone in the tree and then myself.
That's great.
Oh man. Does the ghost say anything? Does it answer? Does it explain?
It kind of stops for a moment, and you see it turn, like it kind of turns back and faces you guys, and it's taken it's gotten a little bit further, but it's still pretty close. And it, because it seemed kind of like irritated, not aggressive or anything, but kind of irritated and almost impatient. But when it turns back around, you see just a violent kind of anger painted across his face as he looks at Zarkra with, after you've said maybe we can undo it. And I would normally not let you live, but if you put your hands on my sapling, I'll have to do it anyway.
You keep calling him a sapling. He was a person. I mean, I guess he's a sapling now, but like, what was he before? Was he a sapling first and then a person?
Person. Walking magic.
With a name and a personality and an identity, and I'm pretty sure that that makes it a person, you translucent fuck.
Dugon casts Lesser Restoration on the bread tree.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can click the thing.
I've got it.
Y'all, while you're getting this sorted out and whether it works or not, I have to run for just like 2 seconds. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Right on.
If I use my blood magic bullshit to like hold on to the human part of bread to like help, could I like help the restoration?
The weird thing about that is as you try to cast this lesser restoration on the tree, it seems to just kind of sputter out. The magic can't find anything to fix, oddly
there's
enough.
no creature.
Oof, I'm back.
Oh no, he's just a corpse. Do I still lose the spell slot?
No.
Oh, you are merciful.
Is it because he's not registering as a person, or because the transformation is not registering as an affliction?
It doesn't register that the magic does not seem to find anything that it can fix. It registers that there is a thing there, but that there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Well.
Don't suppose anybody can mind read, see if there's a bread brain still in there we can woob woob woob. That's the technical term for psychic communication.
I do have one idea. You said earlier that he had that sort of celestial blood feeling from him. If I aim my divine sense around here, does the bread tree register as a celestial?
The tree registers, and so does the ghost.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I kind of look at everyone and I give this look that I think with all the time we've spent traveling together, you should understand to mean should I or should I not?
Zarkra is fuming. Her look says you should.
Theodore?
Fyodor is not taking his eyes off the ghost. He is
Perfect.
fully like staring down the ghost because he's now made an aggressive face.
Uh-huh.
So if Fyodor is fully locked out, like he does not see your look, but you
Mhm.
know in your heart that he will always support you.
What about you, Lilia? Lilia.
Sorry, I hit a
Lilia.
thing in my Carnet opened on the stream. I was distracted by that for a second. I'm sorry. What did you ask me?
Your what opened?
Incarnate, the map making thing. I must have
Oh,
accidentally
cool.
hit my mouse when I was reaching over to grab my water.
Dugagon looks at everyone and makes a look that seems to ask, should I or should I not?
Attack or I'm sorry.
Just do something. It's
To the
definitely
red tree.
it's a bit,
Gotcha.
no, it's a bit of
Okay.
an aggressive look.
Oh,
Not necessarily attack. That's not Dugagon's style.
Is it
but-
like we doing this?
oh, I see.
Ain't I a stinker? Like a preemptive ain't I a stinker look almost?
Gotcha. So
sort of. Yeah.
Lilia is still reeling from almost dying, and then now she thinks she made the wrong decision and killed Bread. So I think she's like gonna be like, but do would more fighting really be the best thing right now? What is that gonna change? She's whispering it. Actually, I think she's
Sure.
you know, like, is that really like the best thing to do? Like,
Dugagon is gonna cast command on the ghost
Yes.
with the command word explain.
do it.
It's not ideal.
Oh dear.
13 wisdom save.
13. He just like he's like staring at the tree and then just whips his head around, and with all the like menace he can muster magically, you just hear explain.
What in the world is happening with this? Because I have not been able to get it to work how it's supposed to all day. Rolf, why is none of your stuff up?
Since you're the GM, is there maybe like a private rolling setting that we can't see or something like that?
No, there is, but that, like, you know how when you guys have your tokens selected, there's the bar at the top that has all the stuff you can select from?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
That normally also happens with any NPCs or characters and anything, and it does not pop. It's not popping up today, and it's not.
Oh, I also don't have it
Some
today.
of the other stuff is not working today. I'm like, why? And I keep telling it, clicking on it for it to roll, and it's not.
I can't remember if I ever had that.
You did. We told you where it was, and you realized it last time.
Ah.
All right. Well.
Oh yeah, I don't have that right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that.
Weird.
It
Super
that's
weird. It's not hardcore.
all right. Well, I'm just gonna roll it myself then.
Okay, we'll do it live.
You kind of turn and you can feel that kind of magic bounce off your tongue as you shout your command at him to explain. And as he just there's kind of this almost insulted as he turns and kind of ever so slightly his head looks and directly at you, and I'm gonna need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. Add 2 to it. You're in my
Paladin
aura.
aura. Yeah, hell yeah. Paladins.
Did it happen?
I don't see anything.
That's something's going on with Foundry because it also won't let me open some of the menus and things that I've been doing.
Well, I still got my physical dice handy, so.
Yeah.
Well, can you click the dice
Uh,
on the bottom?
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did the dice on the bottom.
Cool.
And that's with the +2 is the dirty 20.
That's with the +2?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Just a
guys,
casual.
yeah. There's a pause. There is an uncomfortable tension and heaviness that falls in the air as he locks eyes with you. And you all watch as it was a figure, most of a figure kind of standing there. He was patchy in place, kind of flickering in and out to a point. And you suddenly see the streak of this bright green light from where he was shoot into Duca, and it's suddenly you're just overcome. And as you open your eyes back up, you don't feel like you have control over your own body anymore, and there's a weird green hue, like haze, over your eyes.
Oh
A
god.
20 fails?
Yeah.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
We're fighting a god ghost.
He's gone.
I'm dead. I try to move my arms.
You try to move your arms, and you yourself, like, you can't seem to get it to move how you want to. And
But
you
it like it
feel
twitches a little bit.
no, like you
Oh.
go to move, and like in you're trying the hardest you can, and you're like you're wanting it to move, and it doesn't at first, and then you hear this almost uncomfortable cackling in the back of your head as your arms get lifted up as if mimicking a puppet on strings. Like it's almost making a joke of it. And it's
Oh my god.
just
Can I
as
speak?
he would you like to try? I will let you roll. Let's see. I'll let you roll a con save to see if you can speak over him.
Possession is not considered a charm condition, is it?
No.
That's a 24.
Yeah.
20. Yes, 24. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't get your arms, but you manage to get like you can essentially yell past him and get out short bursts of words.
I'm gonna use a spell that only requires verbal components, and I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on myself.
Oh! Oh my god.
Go for it.
Do I roll the intelligence save, or does this thing?
You do.
It's your brain.
Intelligence save. I'm +4, and then another 2. 11. I do not succeed.
Then you take the damage.
I take 4. Concentration. Oh, what am I? Oh, detect magic. Can I just end concentration on that, or is that under his purview? Okay, I'm just gonna end concentration. Yeah, I guess I'm just sitting there flailing my arms, and I just like yell out this spell incantation and
Yeah.
just like ripple my own brain a little bit, trying to get it out.
Fuck.
So you've gotten those words out, and you feel that sharp pain. It's strange because you can kind of feel it as if it's like your body is a jar partially full. Like you can feel this other spirit kind of moving around and like pulling you around against your will. And while you are able to like speak and even interrupt him at times, he does try to continue to speak through you, and he starts to move you to essentially between the group and the way you guys came in.
Hold person?
Roll for it.
You got to roll.
Oh, wait.
What do
Okay.
I roll?
The DC is 13.
What's the save?
Oh, wisdom.
You have to subtract a 1d4 from yourself because you failed Mind Sliver.
Oh, that's
Can
true.
I also say that the when I'm treating Duha as a hostile creature, my aura doesn't apply? Like, because I don't think my inspiring abilities would interfere with my own magic, if that makes sense.
True.
But okay.
Okay. So we roll the 1d20 plus 2. Oh, Jesus, I rolled really well. Minus a d4. Damn, I still got an 18. I'm so fucking smart.
No worries. I
gonna
tried something.
Then I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
Oh, can I use my reaction to silvery barbs, my own saving throw?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage.
Oh my gosh.
That one. I'm paralyzed.
Oh.
You can
And I
still
give the,
totally
no.
grapple him if you want.
I
He
give
gets to-
I'm gonna give advantage to Fyodor.
Okay.
Advantage,
I mean,
you say?
he's stunned. I don't think you even need to roll to grapple him, but
I mean, I got a 24 anyway.
bugbear hug. Bugbear hug.
Yeah, I think he as he's like being fucking marionetted across the room, you
And
do
sing
the
bye
whole
bye bye.
yeah. You hold person as I hold person. Like I think I'm literally like holding his arms to his side, like just holding him like in front of me so that he can't also cuz I don't know how much actually this is an undead. Would I know what a level of control this thing has? Or no, it's not undead, it's a celestial, so I don't know how a celestial ghost works different from a
Could it be both? Dual creature type?
I feel like last time we're talking a lot. We should slow down.
Sure.
I don't know what I don't know what the questions are anymore.
Does
I
this
have
guy
that
also
ability.
count as an undead?
Well, that's a tangential. The actual so my question is does my ability to know about undead things still count to know how much control this guy has over Duca, or does the fact that he is a celestial interfere with that?
You know what it would be if it were you again. It feels very celestial, so you're pretty sure it's not, but you know what kind of control a normal ghost would have. You are not sure how the celestial energy coming off of it would affect that.
Okay. Then just to be sure, yeah, I'm going to try and grapple him in a way that the ghost cannot use somatic components through him.
Repeat.
So he's a caster who's been possessed. part of
Yeah.
his if the ghost wants to use spells, some of that means using his hands. I'm going to grapple him specifically with the intention of if the ghost tries to cast Duka's spells through him, he cannot use any spell that requires a somatic component because I'm holding his hands in addition to holding him grappled.
All right. At this point in time, I think initiative needs to begin.
Sounds great.
So I will say you have that grappled, and we are starting at the top of initiative
With pole.
with Pole.
I'm gonna send the mental command to Pole to oh god, it's not. I forgot Pole was here. I'm gonna switch my. No, I have to do that on my turn. Fucking. Sorry, one.
Can he give you the help action for if you need to break this thing?
Yeah, I'd like him to fly in and start like nipping at my ears and try to help snap me out of this.
Good.
All right. I will. Yeah. I will say that gives you advantage when you roll to get out. When you roll your next contest to get out of, or essentially push him out of your body.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay. Alrighty. And that'll bring it to the ghost, actually. So I am going to need every single one of you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Everybody's got +2 from Zarkra.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
everyone but Duka needs to roll a wisdom save. Well, actually, yeah, Duka as well.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Real quick, is this a fear effect?
Yes.
I get advantage.
Nice. God, I'm so fucking smart. Oh fuck, that was Pole. Damn it. Hang on. Pole and I have the same wisdom. Maybe I'm not that smart.
Not great.
Is that before or
Not
after
bad.
the +2?
That is with everything.
It's not letting me roll the save.
Yeah, for some reason, Foundry's acting funny today because it also won't let me mess. Like normally, I can open up your guys' thing and adjust your visibility, how I added in your like dark vision and how like far your vision goes and things like that. That isn't a thing it lets me open anymore.
I wonder if it needs an update. I'm sorry. I did not even look at it this week. I was so busy. It may have needed one and I did not realize it.
Well, the dice things at the bottom still work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to manually add the +2 from Zarkra's thing. Is that how you enter that?
Yeah, once you click on the icon, then you bump it up however many pluses you need, and then you can click on advantage or disadvantage if necessary.
There you go.
And then you
I got
click
a
roll.
19.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Although if a fucking 20 didn't stop the possession, I don't know.
and Fyodor are the only ones you see this that green glint kind of like it rushes past and kind of it washes over everyone here, including you, Duca. But it does not seem to be able to worm its way into either Pole or Fyodor. However, Lilia, Zarkra, and Duca, the three of you feel your stomach like just drop as like these strange images start to flash between like in your vision as if you are seeing memories that are not yours, and you are terrified at what you're seeing. You are seeing you're hearing metal clanging against each other as if it's some big fight. It's very familiar to Zarkra, and you hear screams and wails of pain and agony and just the roaring battle. And you see a figure floating above it, chains wrapped around, being pulled down, and you're suddenly just you are full of fear, and you're all three of you have the frightened condition, and you are almost in a cold sweat at what you've seen.
Okay.
You've just witnessed something else's war flashbacks.
I think my favorite thing about this, I think that we all see it, but Pole is too stupid, and Fyodor is just really excited to watch this happen. Like it's not even that he does. It's not even that he doesn't see it. He's just like, oh fucking hell yeah! You all got free movies on this flight, like.
Can we add frightened to our sheets?
Yes, I'm putting it on.
Oh fuck, there it is. Ah!
And
Oh jeepers!
that's its turn. Duca?
Fuck.
Duca gone. Okay. Fuck.
Battle in the center of the mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking dive to the heart.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and spend my whole turn just trying to break out of this control.
Okay. You can roll another wisdom save because you are frightened. You are still at disadvantage for the check.
Yeah.
For saves?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Frightened. I thought frightened is only checks and rolls. I don't think it's saves as well, unless it's a custom thing.
I always forget that ability checks and saves are different sometimes.
No worries. So I don't have disadvantage?
No.
Okay. And then let me double check this.
That would
like
suck.
8 different hobgoblin abilities.
I know if you fail, you can fail less.
Yeah, I can get up to a max of +3 from my Fortune of the Many. Lord. Okay, you said Wisdom saving throw. +2. Do I have anything else? Anything. Please. God.
Ah, fuck. What if you had used that Fortune of the Many to bump your dirty 20 earlier to 23? What if that would have been enough
Didn't
to
even think
not...
about it. Damn it. And I don't have any other spells that will help here. So I guess we're just going. Here we go. Yeah, +3, that's a 19.
That does not break it.
Fuck. That's all I got.
Lilia?
I have been trying to think about what Lily is gonna do in this situation, and like, there's a ghost she can't hit. There's a tree that was her friend that she can't do anything about. Everybody's scared. Like,
I'm so sorry. I totally forgot I have advantage because of pole, right?
do it, do it.
Oh, yes.
18 plus 3 is 21.
Not quite.
Ah, damn. Okay. Well, we at least
That's
we're learning.
including the +2 from
Zarkar?
Yes. Yeah. My wisdom
Okay.
save is +2.
yeah. Yes.
I know what the number.
I would hope so.
So Lilia's gonna
That you-
try one last time to be like, all we wanted to know what was happening, and now there's a fight. We don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anyone. I want to just know what happened to Bread. And she's like trying to like see if the ghost will give her anything else, I guess. She's not very charismatic as far as there. She's not any more charismatic as
you-
anyone else, but
Roll persuasion. See if you can tug on his heartstrings.
Incorporeal
cold
And
his
you-
his cold dead heart.
And you do have
Oh.
your robes on.
God. Oh yeah, what did my robes give? I forgot about that. They're not on here. I haven't put that in here at all.
I'm pretty sure I gave them to you, didn't I?
I think you put it in a Discord thing or something. I don't remember.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I was like, I know I gave it. I thought I don't have enough. Hold on. I may have sent it to you I may have DM'd it to you.
I have the marbles, but I don't see anything after the marbles.
I know it increase it. I don't remember. I do not remember. I know I gave it to you. I know I sent it.
I don't remember ever getting it, but it's also me. So, like, that doesn't mean you didn't send it, if that makes sense. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm just saying I don't remember ever getting it.
What were you trying to get?
The
Sorry?
dress, the
I-
robes that I got.
Oh.
I wrote down like I know I sent it to you. I don't.
Here, let me look back in the Monstars chat.
Because
Because it's not in our DMs.
I don't know where it's saved.
All of the magic items from the Dragon Sword were on a Google Doc.
Yes, I know, but I didn't write out what they were on the Google Doc.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I know I
don't remember.
sent all these things to you guys.
I remember you sending me a bunch of stuff with the like what it was like look like or whatever.
Yeah, because I remember it changed it made your dexterity worse and your charisma better, but it
Yeah.
wouldn't change the the amount of it was like you had what's the word? It starts with a P. Proficiency with you had proficiency with charisma, but you had there was like disadvantage or something with dexterity. I don't know. I know I
I'm
typed it out and
sorry.
I sent it to you.
I like it's not in our DMs and I'm looking like way back in the Monstars chat, so I don't know where you sent it. If you sent it, I don't
Facebook?
remember.
Just add +2 because at this point it's
Okay. Sorry, I had to tell the people in my house to please shut up. Okay, so it's a 21 then.
Okay. So as you kind of plead out with him, like you just want answers, you don't understand what's going on. Duka's face, like again, it looks like Duka outside of that haze over the eyes, and it's even Duka's voice. And he looks over at you, but the way he speaks is not right. It does not quite match up with the person that you know. And he says, the person you knew should not have existed.
But he did.
It was stolen and reborn.
Is he gone forever? Are they gone forever?
Are you referring, like, I don't know what are you referring to?
She's talking to the ghost about, like, she's motioning towards Bread, like, are they gone forever? What in the world? My PlayStation just turned on. Oh my god, that was really creepy. I'm sorry.
This bread should not and will not continue. That was my body she stole.
Who stole?
He doesn't answer. Is there anything else you would like to do?
She doesn't want to fight. So and she has nothing to fight at this point because she's not going to hit Duka and she can't hit the ghost and she can't do anything to the tree. So I think I'll just have to. She tried to talk him out of it. That's got to be. That's all I can really do.
Sarker?
Okay. This thing terrified me. I'm frightened. I'm not going to let that happen. I cast heroism on myself, and I'm not frightened anymore.
Excellent.
And Zarkra is just going to, I'm going to use my bonus action to give everyone advantage on attack rolls against the ghost. And therefore Duka. I don't know if we're going to need that or use that, but I'm giving it. And Zarkra's just going to say, for someone upset about a body being stolen, you sure do seem like a hypocrite. I'm only going to say this once. Give us our friend back. That's my turn.
Excellent. Theodore?
I'm going to hold my action for if, because between the pleading and the hey, you're being a dick, just give us our dude back, I'm going to hold my action to see whether he does it or not.
Okay.
If anything, like if he tries to do anything hostile,
Yeah.
actually, well, no, because I can't move. It's not holding your turn, it's holding your action.
Correct.
If you use your movement on your turn but not your action, can you move and then hold your action?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to start moving because I'm still holding cold person, like the paralyzed Duca, I'm just gonna start walking out the way we came. Because Fyodor's like, yeah, we told Bread we'd get him home. He didn't know what that meant. At this point, he's a fucking tree. I'm getting Duca out of here. We can come back later. Like, so he's
Don't
going
forget
to just...
that the door that we came in is gone.
Yes, that's why we're going
Yes.
this way.
Just reminder.
Yes. I don't know where the new door is, but I know there is not a door in this room.
True.
So I'm going to just start walking, like, I'm going to just start leaving. I'm going to paralyze Duca, just start leaving, and if this turns hostile, I will use my action to not
All right,
let
you
that
put your
happen.
move where you want to move, and I'll move Duca with you.
If he is paralyzed and also small, do I have the whole half movement when dragging
Yes.
a person? Okay. Then I get to move 15 feet. And I'm going to just, yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna say to the others, I am getting Ducha out of here. And that's where I'm at. If my action comes up, I will do something else, but
Does
Alrighty.
Pole move with us?
No.
He was just perched on me, nipping at my ear, so I didn't know if he did or not. That's
Yeah,
cool.
you got can't really occupy the same. So he was not like attached to you. So when you started walking off, he's like, "Well, I guess I'm here
Totally.
now."
Totally, just checking.
Yeah, but it is Pole's turn.
Pole's gonna follow and just keep like yipping and nipping to try to keep giving the help action to me.
And that will bring it back to our ghost. As you guys have started to kind of leave both the tree, but there's still like Lilia at the very least is still wanting to, even if she's not sure how, help Bread. Or at least, well, yeah, Bread. And there's this strange, you can feel this almost unease, Duca, in your head as this, like, there was a brief moment of relief of, oh, they're walking away from it. And then a concern as you, both you and the ghost, kind of take a look at each of them in succession, and you feel it almost feels like your heart is getting pulled out as that same bright green streak goes from you and spears straight past everyone into like that partially emerged figure of Bread, and that same green like barked glowing markings that you had seen on him earlier seems to light up across him. And I need everybody to roll me a constitution saving throw. But you are also no longer possessed, but you are still terrified.
Yep. Con save.
Oh wait, do we still have a +2 to stuff?
You do, Lilia.
Okay, so it's a
What's
17
the distance
then,
on it?
actually.
10 feet.
oh yeah. That's not us.
Pole actually rolled 3. He did not roll an 8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I move some, but not all of you is the question. I know. I know how. Okay, so as you guys have watched as the streak has come as like blown past you, like in a blink. You can almost Fyodor, you can feel Duka's body kind of soften a little bit as the spirit has left and essentially given up that. But you watch as that green comes out, and there is a lot of that, all that plant life and moss and roots and things that are growing up the walls of the cave and across this flooring are suddenly getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And Zarkra, you managed to kind of clamber out of the way, especially with your like you're used to being like in war and trying to hide away and find safe spots. You managed to kind of duck out of it into this little crevice as this light engulfs the rest of you, and you are suddenly moved.
But
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Ooh, this is really interesting for me because the whole screen just went black because I'm not there.
Correct. But Zarkra, as that blinding green light fades back away, you realize that the rest of your party is now gone.
That's horrifying for some. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
This is like
we got
the worst
raptured.
thing.
The rest of you are suddenly in a very different kind of location. It still smells very similar for some reason, but you haven't seen something like this, some of you, ever, but at least in a long time. But do we want to stay in initiative, or do we want to end initiative? I think we're going to end initiative here.
That's your call, homie.
Yeah, I think we're going to end initiative there.
Since we're weird question, does the whole person automatically drop because we're not in the same location as Zarkra anymore?
I think I would have dropped it when he left.
Okay.
Unless, can I feel that my spell is still holding on to something?
I don't know what's the.
I don't think there's anything in the
No.
lore to say.
Well, it's a range of 60 feet.
Oh, sure, but like that's
Yeah.
60 feet on casting. I think if
That's
they move
true.
outside the range, I don't know.
It'll say
but
specifically in the spell if it is ended if they leave the radius or not.
I'm checking now.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
You are just
So
yeah.
So if hold person is still up, do I feel that it's still up on something, or am I just holding concentration on a spell and I don't know whether it's still got a target?
You know that you still have this, like the spell is still active, but you're not sure whether or not it's still on it. But you know from the past that usually a lot of magic, if it like the components of it cannot be fulfilled. So if you try to cast something that requires like a target, it won't cast without a target. So you can kind of assume that it is still at least on something
Okay.
because it hasn't disappeared.
Like she knows I haven't died.
Yeah.
That's something.
That's something. And with that knowledge, I will release it. Because you guys are somewhere that is not here, but at least one of you is still alive.
Can I just say, before the whole person is dropped, Dukagon fully like falls over and face plants since he's not being hit by Fyodor.
Yeah.
Just like beefs it totally.
Were we teleported separately? So I'm not still
look.
holding him when we teleport.
Yeah, look, we're separating.
Oh fuck. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think if Zarkra did not have heroism up, making her immune to any kind of fear and clarifying her mind, she would not have realized that. But I think since she does, she has the clarity to realize what's happening and realize that wherever you are, you will probably need the use of your limbs.
So I'm gonna get. actually, let's start with the majority, and we'll come back to Zarka because I got stuff for. I've got
course.
some over there for you. But yeah, the rest of you have. Again, you've been in kind of the dark cave. You've kind of adjusted to that really dim lighting overhead. And while this is not the brightest, you are suddenly met in a well lit, pretty nicely furnished room. Thoughts?
Lily is like, oh my god. I don't think I can take much more today. What's happening? Where's Zarkra? She's gone. She's like freaking out about Zarkra not being here.
Whoops.
She's not used
Me
to all
not
this.
being afraid. Would I be able to deduce that that flash of light, the fact that we were teleported, means that Zarkra not being here means that she probably resisted the teleport?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just be like, it is teleportation. She is apparently very good at not having bad things happen sometimes.
Leolia like unconsciously like
50-50, you know?
touches her arm that's the same as where like Zarkra lost her arm.
I was like, she didn't, clearly, I mean, she did not have, perhaps she did not
The
have
best luck.
the resilience. No, I'll figure out. He'll say something, but he's not. I don't know what it is yet. But like essentially, like she's fine. She's fine. We're the ones in a weird situation now.
Yeah.
Oh. You know, still not the worst situation. Is everybody else still afraid, or did that drop when we teleported?
It's dropped. If you guys were to see him again, you probably still not gonna have a great time, but you're not afraid and you don't see him anywhere and you're just like,
We're no longer frightened. We're just traumatized.
yeah.
Hey, look! I found the
Aw.
bookshelf.
He got his leg face down on the ground. It's like
Luca.
planking.
Duha. You didn't even get hit. Get up.
So he got like puts his hands on the ground and like starts to get up, vomits and falls back down. And then you just see this light shine on him as he casts protection from good and evil on himself.
That's fair.
What is this magical darkness?
No, I tried to put your guys' vision on you, but I can't open that menu to do that.
Oh.
It's one of the other things that's not working. To be honest, it's just a little bit more of a room and another bookshelf.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, there's nothing there besides taxidermy head and a bookshelf. But Zarkra, as you have kind of come back out a little bit from your hidey hole. You see as that green glow that had come over the figure on the tree kind of starts to die down, and for a moment you think you're alone. What are you doing now that the group is gone?
Okay. So, when that green glow possessed Ducha, we could see it. And then when it was within the tree, we could see it. So she would I'm going to try and sneak out. I'm going to try and stay out of the view of the melded tree entity, just in case there's still something there. I'm going to stay out of its theoretical sight cone. But I am going to get closer and sort of try and inspect the tree.
Okay. Roll me both a stealth and an investigation.
You got it. So wish Ducha were here for this part. I think that's what she's doing. Is she's like, okay, what would Ducha do?
Oh.
Apparently vomit and cry.
I'm going to carry him over to a bookshelf.
14.
God, your stealth's so good.
Yeah. And investigation's gonna be... Okay, this is just a straight roll. Here's hoping. Ah, so close to a 20. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm looking for here.
You've gone over to the tree and you're just like, okay. Step 1, get information. I can figure this out. Smart. And you get over to the tree and you kind of like slither over to it and you start going around it and you're just like, yeah, excellent. Tree. And you don't really get much past tree. You're like,
That sure is bark.
yeah, that's a tree.
Identifying wood. Yep, that's wood.
Yeah. This is what we call right here pristine oak. It is not an oak tree.
You could fit, just start smacking the tunnel. You could fit so many traumatic memories in this baby.
But as you are kind of trying to learn about this tree and things, like you're like, this was already a bit much with the whole group, and I don't know where the rest of them are. You're trying to not start an encounter with this thing by yourself.
Right.
That green glow has kind of faded out from the tree for the most part, but you hear a crackle as bark breaks and splinters a little bit, and you feel a couple little pieces kind of bump you in the head, just like little debris. It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but it's almost like sawdust kind of popping on you. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And as you kind of tilt your head up, that face of Bread is looking down at you. And the only color left is in what would be the eyes. And it's not Bread it's not Bread's voice. It's kind of like the ghost, but it has that kind of grady guttural sound that the trance did to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
And it asks, do you wish to die here or fight for your survival there?
I swore I wouldn't leave anyone behind. You've given me an impossible choice.
Who here is left but you?
If there really was nothing left of him, you wouldn't be so eager to get rid of me. After all, what could I do to you?
It was never a person. It was an empty husk filled by humans. It was my vessel first.
I understand that something was taken from you, but the moment something else took your place, it stopped being yours to decide. He was a person. He was our friend, and he was my responsibility.
You mortals have so many emotions. Make your decision.
Bread, if you can hear me, this isn't over. We will be back. And she's going to turn and say, send me to them, or don't. Do what you must.
All right. You see, you feel the bark kind of crumble back as again that head goes back into the place it was with the same distorted like face on it, and that glowing green light engulfs you, and you appear.
Oh.
That's the worst place for you to pop in too. That's right where I threw up.
Lelia, Lelia,
Good
like
night, Moon.
crying, like throws herself on. Sorry, you're here. Thank God. Like she's just like, oh my God.
Zarkra doesn't say anything. She does wrap her arm around Lilia, and for a moment she just takes breaths to steady herself. And when Lilia seems to have calmed a bit, and when Zarkra has herself a little more together as well, she says, "He told me we were going to have to fight here.
What?
Don't be complacent. It isn't over."
Lily like sniffs and like wipes her nose. Like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to get together. I got this. I'm gonna. She like stands back up.
Welcome back. Or I guess welcome to this fucking room for the first time. I don't know the courtesy terms for this.
I
Found a
don't know
bookshelf.
anything that's happening right now, and it is difficult. Duka, how are you?
Duga doesn't say anything. Duga is like a blue screen of death right now.
Aw.
Now that I've gathered myself a little bit and Zarkra's back, uh, can Lilia look around, see if she sees anything about this place? I don't know what I'm hoping to see, really. Just like,
No worries. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. I'll just kind of, for the room, a general layout
yes.
description beyond what is there. But you guys have kind of come into this room, and it's surprisingly clean. Like you're not sure quite where you've ended up, but there's a lit fireplace with fresh wood in it. There's a candle lit on the table, candelabras. There's even a bed on the far side. You notice that there are a couple bookshelves as well as a very well used one on another one of the stands next to the couch, and a chest over at the end of the bed. It doesn't seem necessarily like there has been something living in here, but there has definitely at least been something that will come in and clean. Even like the suits of armors propped on either side of the fireplace seem like they've been dusted recently. They've been like they're polished and well cared for. And at the very back, on the opposite side from the fireplace, is a door that is shut.
Question.
Answer.
Does this at all remind us of the office of the keeper?
No.
Okay.
You said there's a well-worn book on one of the tables.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
You don't recognize like the name on it or anything like that, which you're not even really sure it is a name. You're after a moment you're kind of like I don't think those alert. I think that's just decoration across it. However, you do know that the iconography on it looks like it's some kind of religious text. Would you like to try to read it?
I would like to try to identify what religion first, but yes.
Roll a
Uh,
history check.
History, not religion?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
Damn.
I do have a plus. Oh, I have an extra plus from my little thing. No.
You do know one thing when you're looking at it, because you can't quite put your finger on what it is, but you do know that this, at the very least, is not a religion you have heard or seen practiced, and you imagine it is probably from something very old, but you're not quite sure what.
I steal it.
Okay.
You sure to do your gun?
Oh, yeah.
Can I also make a history check?
Sure.
Hey, it worked that time. 25.
So as you kind of get your hands on the book, and you're still you're kind of coming back from that daze of
I basically,
everything
yeah.
that just happened. You're just like, I gotta reboot. Hold on, this will help. And you get that book in your hand, and you kind of you study the cover of it. And you're wanting to are you wanting to go through it, or just seeing if you can remember about the cover, like the iconography on the cover? How are you going about this? What is your goal?
I think I see Fyodor look at the cover and then like kind of shrug about it, and so I look at the cover and try to glean whatever information I can from the cover. I don't go into it though.
Okay. So you recognize parts of it, and not in that sense of like, oh, this is from, like, you're like, oh, I know what this religion is, but I don't know a lot about it. Like, you very much are like, no, I recognize some of these symbols individually, but you have never really seen them put together in this way before.
Yeah.
But you recognize that it is some kind of religious text revolving around a god of wild magic.
Oh. I kind of shakily, like voice breaking, point to a symbol, and then another one, and I kind of hoarsely whisper to Fyodor, "God of wild magic."
Fuck. That explains if this ghost was connected to some sort of god, that would explain why he is such an insufferable dickhead. I'm stealing his book. I'm gonna start going through the bookshelves to see if there's anything else that matches, now that I know which icons mean what, to see if there's anything else relevant to it. And then also just if there's anything interesting in the bookshelves. I'm gonna rummage through
Dukagon is gonna
shit.
start trashing the room.
I
Dukagon is gonna
can't.
fly into a rage and start kicking chairs and like knocking shit over, and just screaming bloody murder until his throat bleeds.
I can't see any of this. Like any.
Yeah.
Yes, we've
Okay.
had this discussion, and that it's another thing Foundry's not letting me do
Oh God.
is actually change. I can't add your guys' vision to it.
Should be
for some
letting us
reason.
see it regardless when we get there. That's so weird. I don't know.
Like, with every other map, I had to go in and manually give you guys like your vision, and it's not letting me do that. I can't even open that thing. I'm clicking on it, does not open. I've tried restarting it. I don't know.
Gotcha.
That sounds like the only other thing in that corner is another bookshelf. And then
Alright.
there's a door on the opposite wall from the fireplace. I was like, I don't know what else to do with it.
No, you're good.
That's why I
I'm
put
sorry.
so many
If you,
lights in there.
if you explained that since we got in here, I'm sorry. I just there's children coming in and out of my house,
No,
and I
you're
keep having to
good.
go see what's happening, and I did not know this was gonna happen tonight. So sorry.
You're good. I'm not frustrated at you. I'm slightly frustrated at Foundry.
I should definitely have updated it before we did it tonight. I'm so sorry. That is most definitely my fault.
So walk me through that. Do you have to like update our game specifically?
No, I have to update the modules and everything in the way that it works weekly. Like, they
Oh.
put out new updates to all of it pretty much weekly
Oh,
because
okay, and so you have
they're
to manually update all the content. Okay.
yeah, and I totally forgot this week. I'm sorry,
No,
y'all.
totally
I
fine.
could actually, we could take a quick bio break and I could do it really quick if everybody's cool with
That's a
that.
good time.
It would
Now's
only
a good
take
time
a
for
few
me.
minutes. We could see
Yeah, if
if that
there's
fixes it.
anything, if that's okay with you, GM.
Yeah, considering where we would be going after this.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, if I'm gonna put us on the thing then. We're gonna take a bio break, and if everybody wants to just, you don't have to close out a Foundry. It'll probably be easier for you if you do. Either way, it's gonna kick you and make it restart. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to the thingy here and
2 of 4.
Oh, wow. They can see us and hear us now. I just made it that way. I am
Excellent.
Hello.
muted.
Hello,
As
jerkwads.
Wow.
They resemble that remark. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna
They
lay out
resemble it?
my.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh,
Just kidding.
my father is a wad.
Hey, no screaming. It's not allowed. Somebody
My bad.
stressed. No, not you.
I
Somebody sent the stress and goat alert in the chat, and it just screamed in my ears. That goat that's like, ah.
Roll call. Are we ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Ready?
Yep. All right. Because Duka, you had rolled to. You were looking specifically through those other 2 bookshelves, and I don't remember what that was
Fyodor is.
specifically. No, you did.
No.
I was
Oh, you rolled for the book.
Yeah.
I rolled for
You
the
were
single
one doing
book.
Okay, right. I saw
Yeah.
the history. I'm like, I'm looking at the
Totally.
history roll right there.
Totally
What
get
do
it.
you mean?
Yeah, that was for the old book, and then I was basically using his role, saying, okay, what on this bookshelf is relevant to this religion?
We've swapped roles. Fyodor is doing all of the reading, and I've flown into a rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm basically anything of interest, anything that could be useful in figuring out what the fuck has happened, anything that might tell us how to fix bread later. Like essentially, I'm trying to Duca I'm trying to be Duca right now because he's having a moment.
Yeah. So you, as you're kind of going through, and you're again, these books are not as used as the one that you've pocketed. They are just as old. They have been here the probably the same amount of time, and you're not quite sure how old that is, but it's been a while. And some of them are just they just kind of look like normal books in that sense of like this one's a story about like some fairy tale that you haven't heard in a long time. Some of them you've even heard different variations of. More recently, there's like a farming atlas in there somewhere, but you do among them you do find a couple little like smaller books, not necessarily in the same like it does not have that exact same iconography on it, but you recognize some of the isolated like symbols that are on it, and you realize that one of them is referring to, while not what you assume is the deity that this is the normal book is, it does have to do with wild magic in it. And it's strange in that sense that in all the library, I don't know who's echoing, but it's throwing me off. Who's echoing? It's you, Dalton.
Well,
Oh, I think you have the door open. But I don't know why it would pick me
well,
up
I mean,
from
my
in there.
door's been open the whole time.
That's true.
I
I'll
I
try
don't.
to ignore it. The strange thing though about the fact that I'm gonna mute you for a minute. Thank you. The strange thing about it though is despite having gone through all of that big library and as well as growing up and the different things you guys have traded around, you've seen spell books and you've seen books about like the study of magic, how to build spells, how to like warp them and change them. You've seen books on from wizards and clerics and paladins and sorcerers even. But wild magic written down is new to you. Wild magic is one of those things that not even the people who cast it really quite understand it. So the fact that this seems to be some kind of written like recount of it is bizarre.
Did the Keep library not have anything when we were looking for magic?
Not
I
on
will
wild
ask.
magic.
I will ask Duca. Then I will steal them for the Keep.
All right.
I'm going to load as many of these books into my bag as I possibly can.
Okay.
I will help. I'll grab any books that maybe they can't get. If I can help, whatever I can do.
I
You guys-
will continue to stand guard and look out for any signs of threats.
You guys can't take all of them. If you guys would like to be like, hey, I want to take, like, if there's certain things you're looking for, but you cannot take the whole bookshelves.
Right. Well, you said a lot of them are just like fairy tales and shit. I'm specifically taking the ones that are like, this is written down wild magic.
Yeah.
The ones
Okay.
that are like, hey, this registers as a book that's never existed in civilized society before. And I'm just specifically taking those.
Okay.
I
Thinking
don't ever
of
give a fuck about superstition, fairy
Duka's
tales, bullshit.
reading books at night to the baby, I'm gonna take one of the fairy tale books
Aw.
randomly.
Other than the fireplace, are there any open flames in this room?
There are the 2 candelabras on either side of it, as well as a candle on the end table in the middle of the room.
I grab the candle on the end table and I toss it onto the bed.
Are you setting the bed on fire?
Yeah, I'm fully fucking in a rage.
All right.
Oh,
I don't know where we are. I don't care. I am full of hatred.
are we burning the room? There's some of these books are useless. Should we? She looks at Fyodor and Zarkra like, what do I do? Join or like stop
I
or?
mean, you guys are more than welcome to try and stop me. I'm very easy to stop.
But also, this place is fucking scary. Like, maybe you're right. Let's burn it all down. So Lelia's like, what do I do? Help
Real
me.
quick, I do not like being the voice of reason. We are still, as far as we are aware, in this room. We don't know how easy it's going to be to get out of that door, how long we're going to be in this building, if we're going up or down. If we have to go up and we set this whole fucking room on fire, it will be following us as we go. Maybe we hold it in
Oh.
for a second and figure out an escape plan, find the fire exits before starting the fire.
It's not spread, but it is starting to light the blankets on the bed on
Sorry,
fire.
I was gonna say if Fyodor said all that before I threw the like in response to me picking up the candle and moving towards the bed, I think I would have stopped.
Okay.
I mean, I think he's not fully. Has Duca done this kind of shit before? Like in the
I
past,
don't think so. I don't think Dugagon's ever been possessed before, like been out of control of his
I think
own
what's
self.
gonna happen is I think it's not until he actually throws the candle that Fyodor's like, okay, fucking pull it together, Duka. Hold, what is going on? And he's going to like, that's gonna be the moment that he's like grabs him by the shoulders and is like, pull yourself together, proper team.
I'll
okay.
start helping put out the fire. Can I help put out the
Yeah,
fire?
I'll just cast create water.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like it's easy
He's
enough to either do that or just pat it out. It doesn't catch very fast.
There is a very real possibility we are in a tree. Do we need to talk about in switches in Goblin? Do we need to talk about what just happened? What is going on? I know I am not the one to make the case for controlling your own emotions right now, given the past week, but
Lelia
Perhaps-
walks away so that they have privacy. Like, I'm gonna try to get where I can't hear them. They're having a brother talk.
I think
Uh,
honestly, the reason he switches to Goblin is one, it's more of like, gets back to them as like, we're in this together since childhood kind of thing. But he doesn't care if Lilia hears it because Lilia's the heart. Like, if anybody needs to be in on the emotional goings on, it's the person who has, like, care for other human beings in, like, an emotional way and not a tactical protection way. So I think it's
okay.
literally just a, hey, I am going to save face for you in front of the other warrior in the room. There is a soldier in the room, and she does not need to know that you're freaking the fuck out. Like, she can see it, but, like, that's too rational. You know what I mean? So, like, if Lilia knows that emotions are happening, that's fine. But, like, saving face
That's also our
front of-
native tongue.
Yeah,
We
also
can
that.
express
okay,
ourselves.
gotcha.
We can express ourselves in Goblin better.
Also that.
We
Yeah,
have,
like,
we
all
have
of
a
that.
thick
Yeah.
accent.
But like, yeah, like I think at this point, Fyodor views Lilia as like the closest thing we have to a grounding emotional presence. And so he's not going to try and like whisper it. He's just switching to goblin. He would never tell her that to her face.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
get your butt in here.
Yeah.
This room can fit your whole ass.
I don't know what Mom would have done if we had like been doing.
I'm
I
gonna
don't, actually, I
pet
can't imagine
Paul.
Mom trying to do a live stream now, and that's
It's just Space Invaders.
I only have one. It's okay. I only have one.
So, sorry, what was the thing you asked, Fyodor? Do we need to have a
Duka?
talk?
I was like, do we need to talk about this? What's going on? This is usually my thing. Like what happened? What about like let's talk this through because you got to be the smart one.
I think he's like 1,000-yard stare for a second, and then he's like, "I am fine. You are right. Thank you." He's gonna like brush it all off. I'm gonna motion everyone over. Not explain anything. Cast aid on the group, so all three of you have an additional 10 hit points for your max. I will
Thank you.
cast that. And I'm gonna cast so I have protection up on me. I'm gonna cast Gift of Alacrity on myself.
Does it also heal us up to our new max, or does it just raise our
Your
max?
current and maximum both increase by 10.
Okay.
So if you've taken damage, it doesn't heal it back, but you should. It's not like you go from 30 of 40 to 30 of 50. You go to 40 of 50.
Okay. So I'm at 81 of 81.
Bumps me to 65 of 65.
Jesus Christ, you'll have so much fucking hit points.
I have 3
You just-
levels
Mine's
in
only
Barbarian.
47.
You don't have a lot. It's the
Mhm.
difference.
What is your highest hit die? Is it
Eights.
cleric?
Bard, cleric, and rogue are all 8s.
Okay. And then you have 1 6 from wizard.
Then I have a 6 from wizard, and my con is +2.
Okay.
I
That
think
would do it.
I may have just rolled shit on one of them.
Also possible. Cool.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand there. He's just gonna like breathe, do some breathing exercises. Some of the water from the create water to put out the fire, he also like caught in his hands and is like drinking to try and get rid of the vomit taste.
Banshee.
I would offer you Kofka, but you just vomited aggressively, so we don't need to make that worse right now. Does somebody want to check the door for if it is trapped, or if it is locked, or if it is any kind of if there's anything on the other side that can be heard?
I would like to check for traps.
I have a perception of 0, so
Are you specifically like? Are you looking for traps in the room? Are you inspecting the door specifically?
On the door.
On the door. Alrighty. If you want to go over to the door and roll investigation.
What were you trying to perceive with perception?
Well,
like
I'm.
if there's any sounds on the other side of the door was one of the other things Fyodor had asked somebody to check out.
Okay, I will listen for sounds then. Yes. Sounds like something Lilia with her cat ears can do.
Also, quick question: is it literally only Bane that gets picked up through my mic, or is anybody else getting an echo?
I'm only hearing Bane through you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only hearing Bane.
Okay, I'm wondering if it's
Mhm.
like a pitch thing, or if it's just if it is actually picking it up from the other side of the house.
I don't know.
I mean, try turning Bane's sound down in your head, and then we'll see. We can see if it still picks her up.
Okay.
Let's see. You rolled 20 on the door. You get over towards the door and you're hesitant to touch it, but you get very like you're getting close to it. You're like trying to see if there's any kind of like hidden mechanism or anything wrong with it, or see if there's any kind of spell or anything over the door.
Oh shit.
And I will get to you in a moment.
Sorry.
And as you are very detailed and you're like, okay, no, head in the game, you're back, you are Duca, you're better than this. Pull yourself together. You don't find there's no trap or anything that you can find on this door. You don't even think it's locked. It's not even locked. Lilia, as you kind of come over, you're like closed your eyes. You're trying to hear for anything at all. Doesn't even matter if it's just like a fly on the other side of the door. You can hear everything, and it's very quiet. It's eerily quiet for a moment as you kind of tune out the sound of like the crackle of the fire and listen in from that direction. And for a moment, it just seems still, and then you start to kind of hear a little bit of what sounds like slow moving water. Like there's just that little kind of like if you're listening to the sound of an ocean but really far away, you know?
Yes. She would know
And
that that sounds.
every now and again you hear kind of like a skitter, what sounds kind of like a lizard maybe, or a sound something very small, but you don't really hear anything else. It's almost like a white it's just kind of like a white noise machine. It's just very calming, and that's not really what you would expect down here.
So calming noises and a door someone wants us to go through. That's worse than traps. We can all agree that's worse than traps, right?
Might be worse than traps.
Lilia turns to Rich, is like, it's kind of relaxing sounding out there. I don't know if that's good though. I don't hear any threatening noises, but what is happening?
I will put my hand on the doorknob.
All right, your hand's on the doorknob.
I turn it.
Don't
Mhm.
see any reason we shouldn't go through.
I'm gonna motion to Pole to come to this side of the door, and then when I open the door, I'm gonna open the door ever so slightly, just enough for Pole to squeak out, and then I'm gonna close it and flip my vision into Pole's.
Did you just move pole under somebody?
I think I moved Pole onto Lilia. That's my babe.
Okay. I was gonna move him to the other side of the door and then he disappeared. Where'd he go?
Bye, Pole.
Bye.
So you crack the door open for a moment and he just kind of wiggles his way through and you pull it shut really quickly. Nothing goes off. You don't hear anything that seems wrong. And he slipped across to the other side and it's pretty dark. He can kind of make out bits and pieces and he sees a little bit of a light coming from further down in the hall, but this is not. It's like if you were in that room, but it wasn't kept. Like that room like it's well cared for, it's been clean, it's been taken care of. This looks like it's succumbed to the time.
I'm gonna walk over. I guess is this is this blood?
You're not sure at first, but as he kind of like sniffs around, it does smell like blood, but it is so dried and dark and stained. You're not sure this again, it's old. It's stained blood, but from how many years ago you don't know. And this in here, unlike the room, does have to an extent a layer of like dust and dirt built up over everything.
What do your pole eyes see?
Fucking mess. Is old blood that is more stone, tree roots.
Should
Mhm.
we
Any other
can't
doors?
stay here forever? Should we just
Because you kind
go?
of yeah. Paul, as
Well-
you've kind of gotten to that spot, you notice a little bit of like this faint blue light kind of weaving into, you're not quite sure what at first, and two more armored statues. They don't look the same as the other two, but they just look like different styled armors, and they're not polished. They look more dented and worn. Like again, much like everything out here, they haven't had the same care as whatever has been caring for the room in there.
Mhm.
Even the furniture is in like pieces. You actually see there's like a torn, broken piece of furniture that you think might have been a couch at some point, but you do see a mouse kind of worm its way out of some of the stuffing and scurry off and disappear into the darkness.
Mhm. Is this something?
There are bones there are human bones starting to scatter the ground here, yes.
Uh,
But
Wh-
I think did one of you
Who
open
opened
the
the door?
door?
Oh, sorry.
I
That startled me. I didn't mean to click it.
Yeah, that is blocked out because I haven't made the rest of that. Because we are getting close to 10.
Okay.
I will go through the door.
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
was
know
going
what
to
to say
say
because I
I,
was like, I
I
know
feel
where
like we're
Paul
pretty
is, and I know
confident.
where the light is cut off, and I'm like, yeah, I haven't finished over there.
Yeah, Lilia feels pretty confident to go ahead and be like, let's open the door. Let's go.
Well, it's
Follow
gonna
Pull.
kind of slowly but surely scuttle up to this couch.
You realize where that blue light is coming from as he kind of tilts his head up, and he realizes because there's that kind of wavy blue light coming in. It's very dim, but it does provide some kind of vision to it. And as you're looking out of it, you're trying to figure out if like what exactly you're looking at until you see like a large looming shadow slowly start to drift by. You realize that's a fish that has just gone past this window.
Dugan suddenly blurts up, "We are underwater again."
I am so sorry, Lilia. This keeps happening.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the door now because he's like, there's stuff happening.
Yep. Yep.
Ugh. Again, that noise. Really
Yeah.
was not expecting it.
There's a noise.
Yeah, the door. There's a door animation for opening and closing doors.
Oh,
Yeah.
If I have
Oh, it's not
Paul
that loud. Oh, you know
investigate
why
the
it's
couch?
not so loud? It's not coming through here because it's coming from over there. Only Discord's going through my headset.
Sorry, that's too
Fine
fun.
with that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do I need to take the door away? Can I?
Remove the
This is
door.
I'm,
This
s-
is like when I had to
I'm
put
sorry.
child locks on that college friend. Cause
I'll
It's
stop.
honestly
I'll
I'll
awful.
stop. I'll
opening
stop.
my passenger door and trying to get out while I was driving, so I had to start child locking my passenger door. Do I need to do this to this door too?
Duke, you're going to cast Thaumaturgy to blow the door off its hinges.
I'll be good. I'm sorry. Lily was not there, slamming the door in your face over and over again. Amos just kind of a bitch.
Like that TikTok where they're
So
like
dark in
slamming
here.
the oven door for like music.
The kid's
Absolutely.
face slamming into the door over and over again. Yeah.
If I'm using Pole's eyes, can I do an investigation check on this couch?
Sure.
Okay.
It's
Dude, there's so
bloody.
much blood in here.
Oh my god.
21.
Wow, be careful where you're rolling. You almost crushed me.
What like? What's the goal here?
To just investigate the couch and see if there's like things under it or if I can discern what happened to it. I guess those are the two main things.
Is any change in between the cushions?
Yeah, if I can find the remote.
You don't really find there's nothing really out of the ordinary with it, and again, if it's kind of hard to tell if some of this damage was done to it back in its pristine state, or if this is just damage that's been happening to it over time. Where again, you Pull have seen like a mouse kind of scurry out of it, so you assume that they've, if not made a nest in it, have been using it as nesting material, and whatever other little critters might be scurrying around in here seems to have made good use of the abandoned materials from it.
Hey, DM.
Right.
Hi.
Can I do some sort of blood magic shenanigans to figure out like how old the blood is, whose blood it is, what kind of, like, is it human? Was it human? Is it something like, can I like, using my blood magic skills and my alchemy skills, like CSI this shit?
Yeah, yes. I will let you roll either
Handle.
no.
Intelligence plus my alchemy proficiency?
I was gonna say actually roll a survival with your blood.
Survival with my blood?
With your blood stuff? Like, because that adds, like, it's either like an advantage
I
or
get
something.
advantage if it's Fey, Fiend, Undead, or something else.
Oh. Then no. You've killed things though. You know how blood goes.
Yeah, well, that's what I was, I wanted these, like, either my blood combination of blood magic and alchemy, and just like see what I can read from the blood.
Yeah. Roll for it.
You said that's survival? Damn. Okay.
I fully thought that was a nat 20 on it for a second. You're not really sure how old it is. Like, you don't know exactly, but you're like, this is at least 100, if not more. Like, this is, you could scratch it off. It's just kind of died here now. Like, died what's left of both this rug as well as the tiled floor and like it's stained it. There's less blood here and it's more just turned everything a different color. But at the very least, it does not seem to register as any kind of like weird like fey, fiend, celeste. Like it's like you're fairly certain it's something at least mortal that bled this. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Runs his finger through it. Yep. Definitely person. This blood had a family and cared about it.
Oh no.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed from that blood. Thank you.
Paula's gonna
Cool.
walk up to one of these statues and piss on it. Gonna mark
Excuse
some
me.
territory. Bless you.
Okay.
It kicks him across the room and he dies.
He does actually take damage as he leans up against it and he starts to, and suddenly you hear this grating metal creak as suddenly Pole is just stomped to the ground and he does take 10 damage.
Oh no.
I thought I was kidding.
Pole poofs
Oh,
out of
dear.
existence.
Oh dear.
Oh no, not Pole.
Pole sustained a lingering injury. Reason damage exceeded half of max HP. Select the correct damage type before rolling. What is
that a
this?
Pathfinder thing?
No.
I don't know what that's about, but
The Pathfinder
Don't-
stuff doesn't work here.
yeah, because that did exactly his, which that shouldn't have been a private jammer. I forgot to fix that, but it was a 24 to hit, and it did 10 damage.
That do both. Yeah.
So he's
But,
gone. He's a.
Yeah, Pole is gone, and that armor is now on the move. Let's all roll initiative.
Yep.
Oh
Lord.
shit.
Well, we
Alright,
still don't
gotta
have
pull
the
my
things
character
along
sheet
the
back
top,
up.
do we?
Yeah, let's. How about this? How about we, with Pole getting kicked into Stardust, let us end the session here, call
Okay.
it a night, and we can start next session with initiative and starting combat.
Huh. It's letting me do the ones across the top. It's just saying that there's no active encounter.
I don't have anything for anything I click for anybody I click on.
Right. You have to click, like, you have to start an active encounter first. In the little crossed swords thing, and then people can roll. Which we can do that next time. But yeah, that's what has to happen first before anybody can roll initiative.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, because it's showing as not started. Okay, cool.
Weird. Anyways, it's about next
Yes.
time.
For sure.
Alright.
Wunderbar.
Kicked into Stardust is my new energy drink flavor.
Is it just mixing Mountain Dew Kickstart with Stardust Coke? Is that what
No.
it's
Stardust Coke.
With,
I'm sorry.
I know what you're talking
What's
about, but
the-
like Stardust Coke is my new drug ring.
I
so-
love it. I love it so much. I'm sorry, Celeste.
Stardust Coke was
You
Elton
said something
John's
so
drug of
innocent,
choice.
and I
Isn't
turned
that-
it
what was it
so
called?
not.
What
I'm
was it
sorry.
called?
Coke with
No, Coca-Cola
I mean the
Starlight. It's Coca-Cola
Starlight.
Starlight.
Starlight. Thank you.
I
I'm
don't remember this
sorry.
at all.
Starlight tasted like
Space.
it was like a
space
cotton
flavored.
candy kind of flavor.
Yeah. But on the
Maybe it's-
bottle it said space flavored.
Yeah, there's space flavored, there's dream flavored.
In
and they
South
have-
Korea, it was known as Coca-Cola Stardust.
That's awesome.
That's,
That makes it even
Coca-Cola
better.
Stardust is a season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I think.
That is great.
In
But yeah.
Thailand, it was Coca-Cola. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, any comments, questions, concerns, or critiques as we close out for the evening